doing this today, the personality I and the other I that you're talking about.
So what is the difference between
how do you recognize
between me, I refer to it as me, and I? Yes. So, or the little I and the capital I, but I usually, not to confuse the language, I use the term me and the term I as consciousness, and me as the person. The question is, what is the difference between them? Well, one is perceived, one is known, and the other is the knower. So you know, you look at your hand, yeah? You know this hand, and you know that this hand is attached to this arm, and this arm is attached to this shoulders, etc. You know the breath, you perceive the breath, you can sense it. You know your thoughts, you can perceive the thought of my mother, or the thought of my house, my kitchen, whatever. So the me is known, is perceived. You say, okay, my name is Magdi, okay, so you say that, and there is something that knows that name, that says I am, I meaning this body, is called Magdi. Yes? So this body is known and is named. The thoughts are known. Bodily sensations are known. The me is known. The I is what knows. So right now, what hears these words is I. What perceives is I. Now, to do more justice to your question, if you imagine yourself to be Santa Claus, or if you imagine yourself to be a pink flying elephant, you may ask, what is the difference between the pink flying elephant and I? And we could simply say that there is no pink flying elephant, but there is an I, which is awareness, consciousness, that is thinking or dreaming about a pink flying elephant. What about Santa Claus? And this I is thinking and dreaming that I am a pink flying elephant. But in fact, there is no pink flying elephant. So there is no I, that there is no me that is a pink flying elephant. So the difference between me and I is that me does not exist and I does. Me is not and I is. It's a little bit more radical way of looking at it, but it's more on the money. More on the money, honey. So the I is dreaming a me. The I, whatever it is that's hearing these words, which is I, you are hearing these words. I hear these words. I speak. It's the same I that speaks and hears. I speak these words. I hear these words. Is dreaming that I, which is consciousness, am a person. I'm a female person that is born in 19-something and is going to die in 20-something. And that's very unhappy. Because as soon as I dreams that it is a mortal body-mind, it's like, oh my God, how much longer do I have? How much longer do I have? There is that contraction in the space. No? The contraction in the space is unhappy. Who cares about contraction in the space? Do you? I don't. I like just happiness. No contraction in the space. So identifying with a mortal body-mind is what me is. It's an impression. It's a physiological impression that we feel. It's a bodily sensation that's accompanied with the belief that I, consciousness, am immortal. I'm mortal. Yes? So that's what the me is. The me is a contraction. It's like dreaming that there is a lion chasing you and that you are, a 15-year-old boy running in the forest and a lion chasing you. Yeah? So that's the me. And the me is the contraction that is the result of your identification with a dream character, in this case that little boy running away from the lion that's chasing them. So there is no me. There is just this aware presence right now. This aware presence does not need to carry along, to drag along a me. Me, dragging along a me. I walk into this room, dragging the me. Walk into the next room, I go to the bathroom, dragging the me. I go to work, dragging the me. Go to visit my neighbor, dragging the me. This aware presence does not need to, nor is it interested to, nor does it really drag a me. You can let it go. You can let it go. Trust it. Trust. Let the me go. Well, there is a saying, trust God. What is the saying? Trust God. Let go and let God. Let go and let God. This saying comes from the sages. It's not somebody who is trying to write a beautiful poetry, It's not like that. It comes from the sages. It comes from the reality. Let go and let God. So you have to take those words at heart.
I have one more question.
Yes.
Is ambition a wrong thing in this work? Or how would you look at ambition?
Ambition. Mm-hmm. Ambition. The question is ambition? How does ambition, fit within the non-dual teaching? If you are inspired to engage in a certain activity, and your inspiration is like an easy flow. It's happy. It's not coming from this sense that I must do this or else, I really have to or else, It's not coming from a sense of personal threat or a sense of personal incompleteness. I need to become complete by doing this act, by following these activities. So when the inspiration is coming free from such heaviness, it's beautiful. It's like, yeah, let's do it. That's what I love to do. I love to do that. But it's not trying to fix anything or to save anybody or to save me or to safeguard me it's not operating on those principles. Because whatever you do to that comes out of this sense of angst and fear and concern, maintains it. In a way, you're saying yes right from the onset to a sense of incompleteness. You're saying, yes, I am a partner to this incompleteness. I say yes, that I am incomplete and lacking, and I need to do this and that in order to become whole. So you're an accomplice to this maintaining this sense of incompleteness and lack. So it's important for you to examine the source, the onset of your action. Because the onset of your action is some sort of thought. There is a thought that results in an action. You say, okay, I'd like to go to the West Coast. A thought arises, and it excites you, and so you might plan your trip. So it's really important to notice the source. What is the origin of your action? And if the origin of your action has an unhappiness in it, your action is gonna. If the thought that initiating your action has unhappiness in it, your action is going to result in unhappiness. And the unhappiness comes from only one cause, which is very beautiful. It's so simple. It's really simple. It's not complex. It comes from identification. If I ask you, are you a woman or are you a man? Most people say, yes, I'm a woman. Yes, I'm a man. Yes, they would say that. That's an identification. If I ask many people, are you a mother or a father? And they would say, yes, I am a mother. Yes, I am a father. Or yes, I am a son. Yes, I'm a daughter. That's an identification. Yes, I'm a husband. Yes, that's an identification. Now, I don't mind saying, oh, I'm a man. Yeah, my name is Magdi and so on. But I know I just say it because, just like that. That's how we agreed, and so I'm not going to bother with that. So, yeah, my name is Magdi. Yeah, I'm a man, but I know that I'm not. I know that I have no name, and I know that I have no gender, and I know that I'm not a mortal body-mind, you see. But it's okay, tell me when I was born. You ask me, I'll tell you. But I know that that's not me. A body is born. There are papers that certify to that, and my mother told me. Well, how am I to argue? But I know my experience. I'm never born. Never born. Nobody can share with me right now their birth. What do you know of it except hearsay? What do you know of it? Nada. I know that, and we don't need to go through this exercise. I know the answer. You don't know anything about your birth. It's a story. You know hearsay, yes, this and that, whatever. Right? But you don't know your birth. You've never experienced your birth. You've never, even in your dreams, you've never experienced your birth. Some people say, I have dreamt I'm going through the canal and through the, Okay, but you were still there, experiencing yourself going through the canal. What was the you that was there, experiencing yourself going through the canal? You were there, so you were not born. You were there. How can you experience your birth? You were there watching it. It's a joke. So I don't buy that. I say, no, it's not true. You have to look closer. Nobody has experienced their birth. So how can we talk about death, about my death, if we're in Shimeric, we're talking about pink flying elephants. Pink flying elephant is born in Zambura Kwan, and he's going to die in Khoroshov. So that's nice. That's very good. Right? It's a very nice story. I like it. I'm going to write a children book and make the pink flying elephant eat acorns and fly with the butterflies and with the owls and so on, and we have a very beautiful children book. It's nice.
I like the idea, but it just seems so unrealistic. Like you have to, there's certain things in this dream that you have to do, like work and, you know, these kinds of things.
Who's talking about not working? The body needs, food, shelter, and clothing. There is intelligence. Intelligence is there, it's built into the system. There is intelligence. When you're thirsty, don't you go to drink water? Don't you go and look where there is water to drink? When you're hungry, don't you go look for where there is food to eat? You know that you have to pay your mortgage. Don't you know that you go and apply for work, but be happy. Do it out of your freedom and happiness. Don't feel that you are this body that's on the time clock. There is intelligence that takes care of the body. We all do that. But we overemphasize this, the whole body thing because we are identified with the body. See, we dream, what's going to happen to me? Am I going to be able to pay this money? I have a retirement. I'm going to have my retirement. No, it's my retirement. So my savings, my current. So I need to replace the tires. That's 80,000 miles. Maybe it'll go to 95. I need to buy another car. We do that. Slow motion, but we do that.
That's not slow.
Not slow. Right, sometimes it's fast motion. It's wow, I need to have a drink, relax. Oh, good. God, thank goodness, day's over, right? So, we're not denying trees need rain and sunshine and good soil to grow and get taller. Sometimes it works out beautifully. Sometimes 400 years this tree is there. Sometimes it takes up after 4 years it's gone. The wind comes and it's all. In order for this body to function, there has to be all sorts of temperature, and all the elements have to be right: oxygen and nitrogen and carbon and the temperature and the weather, the moisture and the humidity and the gravity. All of that has to be working. Do you worry about that? It's all part of it. That's what you're made out of. In a way, you are this dance of electrons and molecules and electric fields and energy fields and part of it is the brain functioning and the body functioning. It's all connected, interconnected, right? And we're all interconnected. You see, if they eat very well and we don't, they're going to be very unhappy. It works that way. We're interconnected. You see, we're interconnected. So you can trust this interconnection. This interconnection that I'm referring to is called consciousness. Yes, it's consciousness. It's consciousness. We're all interconnected. Consciousness interconnects everything. You see, it's. I'm using metaphoric language, okay? Right. So it's all taken care of by consciousness. It's all fed by consciousness. Okay, like for example, the body. Yeah, the body is fed via among various systems. There is the sanguine system, the blood flow through the veins, the arteries, and then the vessels, and the teeny tiny, because it's taking care of all the cells, the nails, and everything is getting nourished, yes, through the flow. In the same way, there is this flow of energy that's flowing through the entire space, that's taking care of everything. And you are part of that. You are that. You can trust that. So rather than contracting, when you contract, you shut down, yes? Decontract, so that the flow flows, It's decontracting. When there is a danger to the body contracts and pulls all the blood in the organs, so that if you're wounded, the blood is still there feeding the organs. That's when you're in danger. But if the body cannot live like that for too long, they get sick. The body gets sick if it's constantly trying to protect itself from danger. It needs to relax. So we go to bed. Yeah, what's that? Go to deep sleep. Zero management, right? The management control level is zero until zero management. Flow. From that flow you wake up refreshed. You're refreshed. Now, of course, the mind then kicks in. Oh, it's going to happen to me now. But before that, you're refreshed. You see, so refreshment comes from that let go and let God. Yeah. So do more and more of that. Do more and more. Let go and let God. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised how it unfolds.
Thank you.
Don't feed the negativity. Yes. Yeah. Remain in the beauty and the love. Yes.